Piranha. Legends tell of the most ferocious fish in the world. With razor-sharp teeth, they hunt in packs, stripping a body of its flesh in minutes. They have a reputation for killing and eating humans.
Literally been stripped of all the flesh, only the boots were left.
But it may not be justified.
I don't think the reputation of piranhas as bloodthirsty monsters is deserved at all.
I'm Jeremy Wade, biologist and extreme angler, and my mission is to find out if piranhas really are the ultimate horror of the Amazon.
All they said that they saw was just a turbulence in the water of the piranhas devouring the child.
I remember a story from the 70s of a bus crashing into the Amazon River in Brazil. The people inside were eaten alive by piranhas. Horrific stories like this have been circulating since the discovery of South America. But every single piece of scientific research I've found says that piranhas don't kill people. So are these stories real, or are they just over-exaggerated urban myths?
Fish on! Fish on!
I've travelled the globe, literally putting my life on the line to prove that there are giant, man-eating fish where no one would expect them.
Big old mouth on there.
In our freshwater rivers. But now, it's the turn of the small guys.
Could piranhas really kill and eat a human?
Are they the bloodthirsty killers from the movies that fill our nightmares? I visit London Zoo to talk to Brian Zimmerman, a piranha expert and assistant curator of the aquarium, to see what he thinks.
There's no documented cases of a living human going into the water and being attacked by a group of piranhas and being reduced to a skeleton in seconds. But piranha are carnivorous fish. If they're hungry, it's certainly possible that they would attack to try and get food. I don't see why a human would be any different than an egret falling in the water. It's just, for a piranha, it's a potential food source. But to my knowledge, that's never happened.
So if Brian believes piranhas have never attacked and killed a living person, then did this bus crash that I remember really take place? I decide to head to Manaus, the city at the heart of the Amazon, to see if I can get to the bottom of this memory and maybe track down a definite case where piranhas have eaten someone alive. And where better to start my investigation than the home of many a gruesome fisherman's tale, the Manaus Fish Market. With over 2,000 species of fish found in the Amazon River, more than the entire Atlantic Ocean, there's no shortage of strange-looking river monsters here.
Wicked-looking spines on there. Such a variety of fish here.
Scientists have determined that there are some 60 different species in the piranha subfamily, yet the majority of them are actually vegetarian. It is the flesh-eating behaviour of just a couple of species that gives them their reputation. And it's not long before my questions unearth another shocking account that shows just what they are capable of.
This is a piranha story. An old man was left in his floating house by his family just for a couple of hours. They came back, he'd gone. There were just his clothes there. So, they thought he must have gone to take a bath or something, but he wasn't in sight anywhere. They searched. Eventually, they found just his skeleton. I mean, literally, he'd gone in the water because he was old. He wasn't able to get back out. And the piranhas just had it. You first time? Dois meses. 2 months ago.
It's another gruesome story. But here at the market, I can't track down a name or definite location for this fisherman's tale. I'm going to have to search further afield to find an eyewitness to a lethal piranha attack. The Amazon River is 4,250 miles long, twice the length of the Mississippi. It is mostly wide and slow-moving, but up this distant tributary it is quite the opposite. A fifth of all the water on Earth passes through the Amazon, and piranhas and their relatives are found in just about all of it. It's a fisherman's paradise, and it's full of river monsters.
And that's a fish on, that's a fish on. Oh, there it is, jumping out of the water. That's quite strong, that's a strong fish.
I've hooked a predatory fish with dental hardware straight out of a horror movie.
So this is a piranha. It's a relative of the piranha. It's an arms war down there. Everything's got teeth. Everything is eating everything else. And they've actually got those fangs there in the lower jaw. And they use those to puncture the swim bladder of the prey. So it just messes up the buoyancy. The small fish is then totally out of control. It's flopping around near the surface, and these will just come on afterwards and mop them up. And those fangs are that big that it has to have special holes in the upper jaw, otherwise it wouldn't be able to get its mouth closed. So there's probably some very precise engineering going on out of sight that we can't see.
This vampire-like creature shows how evil-looking the piranha family can get. But despite its looks, it is not the fish responsible for attacking people. This is a solitary fish hunter. The piranha we all fear feed in packs, and they are so common in the Amazon you can catch them almost anywhere. Normally I use high-tech gear and stealthy tactics to lure a monster onto my line. But the piranha's method of feeding is so bold that I'm changing my approach.
I've dispensed with my normal rod, and I'm just using a bit of bamboo with a short length of line on the end. Tried and tested means of catching piranha. Just a hook on the end with a piece of wire so they don't chomp through the line, lump of meat, and unlike other techniques where you're being quiet and stealthy, piranhas are actually attracted by noise and disturbance on the surface. Oh, there we go, red-belly piranha.
In just a couple of minutes I've caught a small piranha, but do not be deceived, it still has knife-like teeth that can easily remove a lump of flesh in a single bite. Multiply that by the 100 or so mouths in a hungry school of piranhas and it's a death of 1,000 individual cuts. A protruding jawbone with large chomping muscles means that when the mouth is closed, the triangular teeth from both jaws lock together like a bear trap. They are perfectly adapted to slice off pieces of meat, fins or scales, literally taking apart their prey piece by piece. They predominantly hunt fish, but they will eat the meat of almost any animal that crosses their path. And in this river, with almost every cast, I'm catching a piranha.
This river is just absolutely full of piranhas. They're just all over the place. Doesn't mean to say, though, that I can't do this.
Surely swimming in a piranha-infested river is suicide.